All right, my dudes, give me one more minute. I apologize. I got fucking excited, blew my load, and went live. I'm just waiting for something in the microwave. Haven't eaten yet. One more minute. I'll be right there. Okay, what's up, creepers? And Geekers Chris, the motherfucking Atari Creep. Oh man, this is the first time I've held this since I fucking left. Since I went on the inside. Great Alice Cooper album. Great Alice Cooper album. What is going on, everybody? What have I fucking missed? I heard I missed a lot. Man, Atari's doing the things, making the stuff happen. Just a heads up, I'm still trying to transition away from the Atari Creep stuff. I've been working on, all the visuals and crap like that. And if you've noticed, my little Grim Reaper guy, the Creep, that's me. That's what's in here, my heart and soul. All right, are we even plugged in? My guitar is not even plugged in. Oh, man. That's all right. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. I got a lamp above me now, so I got to unplug one thing to plug in the other. I don't like fucking stacking things on top of each other, I mean, it's bad enough that some of these have 2 or 3 outlets. It's like, then you have people who put like fucking multi-splitters on that after. Oh. Sounds fucking rad. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I don't care. I'm fucking home. I got home like an hour and a half ago. I shit, shower, and shaved without the shit part. I feel great. I feel fucking 10 pounds lighter. And television, I can't stay, but I wanted to say, hey, I hope all is well. Great to see you on. Thank you, Casey, if you're here. If not, I'll reach out to you privately and be like, thanks, brother. Oh, man. Feels good to diddle the fiddle, man. Let's see, Violation Entertainment and Loosely. Thanks for popping in, guys. Thanks for popping in. Fucking hell. What a fucking horrific past 3 weeks or so. Oh, shit, are these still frozen a little? Your mother's a fuck. Alright, well, I might walk away in a minute to heat up these meatballs. God dang it. Oh, dang it. I probably should have just done it proper in a fucking pan with some, sauce and all that. Ooh, I guess it's a little out of tune since I've been back. How'd that get all the way down to D? Oh, someone dropped this thing when I was out. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. And we're gonna do all this all over again. There we go. Now, with all the temperature changes, I bet you the neck's been, yeah, we're just a little sharp. I mean, a little flat. That's good enough for government work. How has everybody been? I had no clue what happened to you. Just MIA. Hope you're okay, man. I am. I did put a post out. Maybe a lot of people responded, more so than I normally get for any normal post, right? And I am grateful for every fucking one of you. Whether you did or didn't, but I did put a post out to try to get the word going. And on my personal Facebook account, my lady put a little thing on my page saying that I would be indisposed for a little while. Fucking, that's so sweet. It's like a fucking angel singing to me while giving me a fucking handy, you know? It's wicked good. Wicked good. So, there's really not much to talk about by way of what's happening. If you followed me for a while, you know I got a mental health journey that goes up and down. And normally I deal with depression and wicked anxiety, man. Anxiety is like the crippling factor in my life. And for some reason, these past 4 or 5 years, they seem to have fucking manifested in ways that I've never experienced. And I've had a little bit of hiccups here and there, but for the most part, you know, like my dad used to say, bob and weave, right? But there was an incident in August that happened here at home that woke up the PTSD side of things. I had a kind of a violent childhood. We'll just say that. My family, my mom and dad had nothing to do with them, except for, I think they just kind of, well, my dad was never really around too much to really witness much of it. But, long story short, I had a very violent childhood. And I've always had this little PTSD thing. When I go to bed, sometimes sleeping, that's when the shit comes out. But there was an incident that happened to me in August, a physical incident that happened to me, to no fault of anyone else's, that woke up something I've never experienced before. Fear and terror I have never experienced before. And it seemed to just keep getting worse, and it didn't matter what I tried, you know. And then it all came to a head, so, you know, the best thing to do is, if you can't take care of something like that, go somewhere that can help you take care of it. Here's the problem. Where I fucking went, I'm going after them with I'm going nuclear option on them. They almost killed me. I ended up in the actual medical emergency room because of them. I thought I was dying one night. I was praying the whole night, expecting my dad to walk through the door to bring me to wherever I was going, judgment, you know. But I went to a hospital in good faith that I would get help, and it didn't. It just made things worse. So I played the game, I got out, and I spent the last 5 days in what they call a community crisis stabilization unit. It's literally just like a place to go. You're free to go and come if you want. You can just leave, you know. But it's literally just a fucking cool out spot. So something in that night I had to go to the hospital. Actually, it happened the next morning. The medical hospital from the mental hospital. I guess you could just call it that. It was a behavioral health center. And something happened that night in all of that fear of dying and everything. Not that I'm not necessarily afraid to die, because if you think about it as a Christian, that's the goal, right? To do what you can do here and then end up there. But there's still that, you know, you don't know. You really don't know. Something in that actually punched me in the face and said, look, okay, we're done with the tragic part of this whole thing. Let's just do what we got to do, simmer down, And then when you get out, figure it out from there. So everything that was going on PTSD-wise kind of just went out the fucking door. It was weird. It was very, very, very weird. But I'm fucking grateful. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have the people in my life that I have, as much as they piss me off. Grateful for you guys. Just grateful, man. And that really doesn't have anything to do with, like, I just went through a journey and now I'm... No, come on now. You guys know me. I try to hang on the positive side of things. And one of the things I was trying to do during that real rough patch was come back to regular life normalcy. Unfortunately, some of it got me so crippling that I just couldn't function out there. I tried everything I could, you know? And then that episode happened and the PTSD came out and it just kept getting worse. And the streams at 1 o'clock every day was actually part of me trying to fix that. I was trying to put myself on schedules, you know? Chris, you have to get the fuck back out there. You got to get to fucking work and stop being a fucking bum. Yeah, you got mental health issues. And yeah, there are times where you can allow it to keep you down a little bit, you know? But once you're down, you got to fucking get back up. You need to rebuild, you know? You can fail all you want in life. But if you're not fucking learning from it, then you know, that's the problem. I know it's cliche, but... So that's what the streams were all about. It was about coming up with another routine. I had an interview the following Tuesday from when I went into the hospital for a $26 an hour job. I was going to be testing microwave emitters for helicopter transmissions, you know, communication stuff. It sounds a lot more technical than it was. I'm going to get a sub-assembly, probably plug it into a few things, read gauges, and if there's something wrong, then my training and, of course, my knowledge of solder and all that crap will help me, you know, determine if this is something that could just be a quick little repair right now and move it on, you know? I missed out on that. I was in contact with them. I'm pretty sure that specific job, it turned out it was through one of those stupid search agencies, but that's just the way it is now. If you want a job in tech or industry, you have to go through an agency now. So they're still going to work with me, and hopefully that job is still available. But I'm going to take this week, and I'm going to do what they call an outpatient program. Well, just once a day for like 4 or 5 hours. We just do like a therapy thing, you know. A bunch of cats get together, and you learn here, and you get paperwork and all this crap. I'm going to do that for a few weeks, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to set up the future. And hopefully the next year will be the year, you know? But ever since August, when that PTSD monster was let out, you know, you can be mad at situations and people and all that crap, but at the end of the day, whether it's voluntary or not, I still allowed the monster to be created, regardless if it was from other things or other people. And I'm one of those people that firmly believe in accountability. And I always say to the kids, it's understandable how you feel, but doesn't mean that the actions you take are acceptable. And that's the one thing I had to sit back and not really swallow, because I knew it. I knew it. I flipped out a little bit and left. I said, I'm fucking done. I'm gone. Have a nice day. Fuck off. But I got good people in my life, and the cops in this town all know us, you know. And Cheryl called one that we knew, and he found me around the corner. We chatted for a little while, and he convinced me, you know what? Try the hospital thing again. Unfortunately, that hospital was a fucking nightmare. You know what? It's called the Hospital for Behavioral Medicine in Worcester, Mass. But luckily for us, one of our neighbors is a state rep. And another one of our friends' relative is, if not the top, one of the top people for Massachusetts Department of Mental Health. And I have both of them on those fucking places, so on that place. I hope that fucking place gets shut down. I hope everyone who, well, not everyone. There were a handful of cats on, like, say, the day shift. They were awesome. But everyone else, pure trash. absolute garbage. And I hate saying that about another fellow human being. And I will have to answer for that. Of course I will. But as human beings and as people who work in any kind of hospitality, never mind in a hospital, they were pure garbage, and I wouldn't send a fucking dead dog there. I wouldn't send a dead dog to that fucking place. Because I know it would come back worse than it went in. And there were a lot of people in there that I know for a fact needed the help that they couldn't get. I'm fortunate. I have resources. You know, I ended up there by accident. It literally was where people are thrown away. We got nowhere else to put this motherfucker, so we're just going to toss him. I somehow ended up in that. Not that I don't think I'm garbage. Goddamn I am, in a lot of ways. But it was literally like the land that time forgot. You got put in there, and the world didn't give a fuck, and you were. It was insulting. It was degrading. It created more problems than when most people go in there. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. If that place shut down, with the exception of maybe 5 employees, I wouldn't feel fucking bad if they didn't get another fucking job for years. Because they didn't fucking deserve the job they got. They don't fucking deserve it. I wouldn't fucking give them the sweat off my balls if they were on fire. And again, that's not Christian to me, but that's what my heart feels right now. And I will pray to change that and forgive them. But for right now, that fucking place is nuclear option on my radar. I'm not going to do anything violent. That's not what I'm talking about. I have state officials, I have state reps that are going to be in contact at all times with me. And I really want a serious investigation of that place. And then maybe I will continue on with Massachusetts' treatment of mental health to begin with. Because when I was in Arizona, it wasn't wonderful, but it was a place where adults could go and get help. That's not what Massachusetts does anymore. It's like the next step up from jail. They're always fucking filthy. The people there treat you like a piece of shit, especially if you're on like some kind of a state-assisted, I should say, insurance. And guys, I am fucking fired up to go after this state. And I want to go straight to the fucking governor. Because that cunt needs a fucking good talking to. I fucking hate her. And I don't even know if she has any policies on this. I just don't like her policies in general. She complains about energy costs, but yet she fucking stopped 2 pipelines from coming out here. So you know what? I'm on it, man. Consider me Rambo against the mental health system here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. My answer to mental health is talk to a person. I know, dude. You have no idea how hard that is for me, you know? But absolutely avoid people. You know what? That makes sense. I should have finished reading that before responding, violation. I'm writing that down. Where is... Oh, someone stole... Oh, no, my pens are over here. They're where they're supposed to be for once. In my little... I have like this little... it's like a recycling bin full of pens and like my X-Acto blade and a couple of nippers and... let's see, we'll do this. Talk to a person. Not people. Or avoid. Absolutely, my man. Howard, what's going on, man? Oh, it's just, it is a Squire. And I don't mind that, man. I love this guitar. This guitar is fucking rad. Cool beans. Those are great. I love them, man. I love them. Alan, what's up, buddy? To be honest, I don't know either. It takes special skills. It really does. It really does, but... You know, working in that kind of a field can't be easy either, you know? It really can't be easy. Because you're dealing with people in not their worst case scenario, but in because you think about that like with prisons and crime, you know, police officers and law enforcement in general. They're dealing with most people in the worst moments of their life, you know, whether they're a victim or they're a victimizer or they're, you know, They're a petty criminal that just has to try to get something on the table. Whatever the case is, I don't judge. I do. But cops have it tough because they're called to take care of problems that got out of control, you know, and they don't get the, and I understand the hate towards them, but I've also seen all sides of the spectrum. And I love and respect everybody on all, you know, all sides of that. But working in mental health can't be easy either. Because first of all, no one in there gives a fuck, right? Meaning patient-wise. They're there because they got something going on. And a lot of times it's beyond their capacity to control it. You know, there's a lot of folks that just have certain conditions where, I don't want to say like Tourette's, even though that is still considered mental health. But you understand what I'm talking about. There's some people that are just so chronic with whatever their hang-up is, mental health hang-up is, that they are dependent on others. And it sucks that these people are worked to the fucking bone. So many doubles, because there's not enough people to take care of it. And I think a lot of the problem is we don't look to the root of the problem of mental health. And that's us, period. It's us. It's diet. It's how we treat each other. It's belief systems, you know? And I've known this my whole life, but experiencing it in another state where people cared, every facility I went to, as old and unupdated as it was always clean and inviting. If I go here to Melrose Wakefield Hospital and say I'm feeling suicidal, they put you in this room that's a jail cell, pretty much. It just doesn't have a locked door. It has a big concrete block in the middle, and they hardly ever clean it. There's nothing inviting about that. You know, and they talk to you like, you know, it's fucking horrible. I will say this. The one hospital I did go to initially for my initial complaint before being transferred down to Worcester was a hospital called Winchester Hospital, a town or two over. They're wonderful. That was a wonderful experience. That mirrored more what happened to me when I was in Arizona. But the places I've been to a place called Salem Hospital in Salem, Mass. You know, boo, the witches and all that crap. That place was garbage. It might as well have been a prison. In fact, staff weren't even really around at all. It was just people on a clipboard. No one checking in with you. You know, that's important. Checking in with you. How you doing today? What levels? Where's your depression? Where's your anxiety? You know, that kind of stupid shit. And constantly reminding you, you're here for help and we're here to do that for you. Massachusetts is dropping the ball, man. I have a TikTok account called Angry Irish. Maybe I'll put the link down below somewhere. And it was originally just a place for me just to bitch and moan and just be like, you know, like poking the bear, you know. But I think I'm going to delete the few things I have on there and just dedicate it straight to mental health and crusade against it. I'm not trying to become big or anything, but I think I am going to crusade against the Commonwealth and their poor behavioral health system. And I can't really fault a lot of the direct staff, except for the ones we spoke about earlier, because you could tell when someone's been in it long and they're just like, you know, again, I can't imagine working in it. I can't imagine, because at least when I was in corrections, if somebody was having a mental health thing, I could be there as like a first responder. But I got to pass them off to somebody more qualified, you know? These people are there all the time. And it's their business to deal with this. And I've dealt with just myself and other mental health around me. And that's tough enough when your loved ones are going through it and you're trying to help. I can't imagine every day you literally wake up to do that. 8 to 16 hours a day, every day. You barely eat well. You don't get a chance to go out and care for yourself. You're just always on helping others who probably don't give a shit enough to let you help them. You know, a lot of people honestly they go into these things because they're made to. There were a handful of people in there that were there because they just had nowhere else to go. It's getting fucking cold out there. So the winter months are really tough, especially if you're homeless. So there are not many places around here that take care of people like that, you know. So there's a lot of people in there. There's a couple of guys that are in there because their other option is as soon as they leave, their warrants are going to catch up with them. So it can't be easy to do that, but I can't allow that to be acceptable because I understand how it is. If I understand feelings, it doesn't make the actions or the behavior acceptable. So that's all I really wanted to say about that. If anyone wants to ask any specific questions, I have never been shy about my mental health at all, to the point of being ridiculed by a bunch of douchebags on here. They can go fuck their mothers. I don't care. All right, cool beans. Let me catch up. Alan says hello. To be honest, I didn't know either. Okay, we already did that. Alan says, at the Atari Creep, write this down. If you want to see, you will like to buy a new 2025 handheld game. Fizz Creations Grinch handheld game and Fizz Creations Icy. Really? Grinch handheld. And I will also write Icy handheld. I am not a handheld guy. Every time I buy one, it ends up disappearing really quick. Shit, what happened to my... Here we go. Sorry, as usual, I have my other phone on my other channel. Watching this just for the algorithm fucking sake. But, I just wanted to play the blues the whole time I was in there, man. I feel whole again, thank Christ. I got a long way to go. Don't you worry about that. But I do want that new Atari one, though, the game station, only because it can hook up to HDMI. I can put that on here, and you and I can do our thing. We'll be playing games here pretty soon. I do know that Atari has been dipping into expanding their controllers to other consoles, their products. So I will be looking into that and maybe making a video. I know a lot of that news is late for me, but I've been indisposed. But yeah, but I'll check them out. I'll check them out if they're cool. If they're cool, if they're not, they're not. Whatever. Alan's giving the fucking flames and horns. Thank you, my friend. I bought them. They are fun new handheld games. That's cool. Like, are they just like little cheapy little, digital, couple of little games here and there with the Grinch's face on it or something like that? Or an icy cup? Write down. Creep rules, yo. I fucking appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I hate to be a dick, but I got like half frozen meatballs in front of me that I need to put in my face hole. I haven't eaten today yet. So give me 2 minutes to put it in the microwave. I'll set it and forget it, and then I'll go back and get it in a minute. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Just relish the background that you haven't seen in like 3 fucking weeks. Because it fucking rules. You know why it rules? Because of that goofy bastard. I fucking love him so much. I love E.T. I love E.T. Alright, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Oh, it's a Telecaster, and technically, no. Shape-wise, yes, but it's an Esquire, meaning it just has one single pickup. If you talk to Tele guys, they'll thrash you all day long if you call it a Telecaster. It's fucking beautiful is what it is. I hate that my laptop camera just doesn't show the purple. The purple's a really nice, vibrant purple. And I didn't choose this because of the Alzheimer's and stuff. By the way, you can still donate, but until the first, until January 1st. So fucking get on it. I haven't fucking gotten many donations at all this year. But then again, it's because I didn't do anything. So, you know what? Reap, sow, fucking consequences. My initial thought was I have a tele pickup that's fucking smoking hot. And I have what they call an Eldred mod 3-way switch on it. Means if you flick the switch all the way down, the pickup goes direct to the jack and you get all of its balls. You can't even use the volume or tone. You put it in the middle, the tone and volume now become available, and then you push it forward. It's got a couple of orange draw capacitors. I can't tell you the value. If you look it up, it's everywhere. You'll find schematics for it everywhere. It gives it kind of a cocked wah sound. When the Esquire was originally designed, it was a single telly pickup. And they wanted to emulate something here for the jazz guys, so they put something called a dirty tone, and it was kind of ugly, So people modified it with different capacitors. That's pretty much what you use to change tones in a guitar. When you got a knob here that makes things go darker, if you will, and then brighter. Different values of capacitors have different, pluses and minuses depending on the pickups you have and all that. And it really is just kind of there are some that are pretty set in stone, but for you, it's like a guessing game because they don't know what amp you're putting it through. They don't know, all kinds of whatever your setup is. So it's kind of a guessing game. You play around with it. But that's what the original Esquire was. This just has a single humbucker, volume tone, no switch. But I was going to put that in this. But I ended up putting it in a first act guitar that has like a double cutaway Les Paul kind of situation. And it's kind of like a prototype to a guitar I would love to just build, for myself. And then maybe someday build like 10 of them and sell them. Not to become like a manufacturer or anything, but if it gets enough love or whatever, and I like it enough, because it just has that raw kind of Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, balls to your fucking mouth, face, boom, punch. And it's a beautiful guitar. So I decided not to do that with this. I'm actually going to get another pickup. I want to keep this one stock that has a humbucker here because there is a route for it. And I have these two hex screw. They're basically knockoff DiMaggio Super Distortions that I'm going to put in here. And I have a Super Switch, which has 10 options. I might even do HSH, meaning two humbuckers and a single coil in the middle like an Ibanez would be. Something Steve Vai. Here, hold on. Let me give tribute to Steve Vai. I love that song. In fact, we had an Alexa thing at the first hospital that they would let people use. Eventually got thrown and broke, of course. The only song I got to pick was that one, so. Wow, I can't believe I almost forgot how to play that. I haven't touched this in like 3 weeks. Enough of that for the copyright stuff, but yeah, that's the story of this guitar, and this is the Sonic version, the Sonic line of Fender Squier guitars. And the only reason they're calling it Sonic is because it sounds like sound, and they used to call this series the Bullet. But I think they're trying to stray away from bullets and stuff like that, to be a little more friendly to today's sensibilities. Which, you know what, you can pick on. It's neither here nor there with me. It's a fucking end table with strings on it. It's a hunk of wood. Probably 4 or 5 of them. Going lengthwise. Glued together. To make a phenomenal instrument that was very budget friendly. That was a gift from our friend Captain Obvious. Alex Valentine. A few weeks before I did land myself in the hospital, there was another little situation that had happened. And him and my lady, they talk when I'm not doing well or whatever. He's a really good friend. He was the only one who ever showed up of friends and family to my art show one year. Nobody shows up. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, I'll try. I'm proud. I don't care if you like my art or not. I'm about that supporting. And if you were to do it in your local, I'm going. He fucking came all the way up from almost New Hampshire down to Malden, Mass. To hang out booze and pancakes at the Town Line Lounge. I don't care what they call it now. It'll always be the Town Line Lounge. I used to work there at the door. I was a bouncer there for a few years. And that's where I fell in love with my favorite cabinet of all time, Centipede. The other side of the bar is a bowling alley, pool table. What's up, kid? Give me a fucking kiss. Oh, I haven't seen this lovely creature in so long. But yeah, that's where I fell in love with Centipede. Now if I could get that from the other one. But he randomly just heard that no, I heated up some meatballs. I'll get it here in a minute. Long story short, he just randomly had this sent to me just to be like, hey, he's not doing well. Let's see if we can pick him up. So I want everybody in the comments, not the chat, the comments, to say thank you, Captain Obvious. Or you can call him Alex. Sounds great as is, you know, but I want to give it more of a musical thing. Right now, it's just kind of a rock thing. So if I throw those other pickups in, but I got this thing called a super switch that fucking Alex gave me. He gave me the pickups too, actually. Come to think of it. Where it's a normal, 5-way switch that Fender would use on any other instrument, but you can push it downward, and there's another 5 options. So you can, I could just go straight with it, and then below is all kinds of different splitting the coils and in phase and out of phase, and this coil over here, and combinations you don't normally get from just a regular guitar. So hopefully we'll get that going here pretty soon. But what's up, man? I missed you too. I'll be done with this soon enough, okay? Are you home for a little bit? Oh, okay.
I have marching band practice tonight.
So I snuck a couple of packets of the popcorn home for you. Well, one's for me and one's for you. Then I saw that you got a box of them. I'm like, motherfucker. I tried to bring her home a prize.
So we were at Target and my mom, can I get a snack? And mom goes, yeah, something simple. And I wish you saw me. I had my calculator out. I'm like, oh, it's $3.89 for 6, which comes out to 64 cents a bag. But then I did it for the 12.
Give me a minute, guys.
Which was $5.89, and it came out to 49 cents. And I told Mom all that. She's like, yes, get the bigger one.
That might as well have been rocket surgery. I have no idea what you said, but I'm glad that you saved money and you did the thing that was right. My friend here says, Mr. Howard Allen, says that your backpack reminds him of Lucky Charms cereal. Mm. Can you do me a favor? Could you get the meatballs for me? So I don't have to leave my friends again?
I will stare at you.
You can stare at me after you get the fucking meatballs?
That boy missed you.
Is he out yet?
He's under.
Okay. He was in the log when I got home. I was kind of hoping the guitar would bring him out. Believe it or not, it does. Sometimes I'll pull out the guitar and he'll just come right out. My snake. My snake.
Oh, my computer broke today.
That's cool. Get my meatballs. Get the meatballs and you can tell me all about your broken computer. Oh my God, I'm going to go back to the hospital, guys.
Say please.
I already said please like 3 fucking times. We are not at the level of please anymore. What we have here is failure to communicate. I had a shop teacher that when he was too drunk to teach, I guess, would put that on. The TV would roll in. And he'd be like, let's just watch Cool Hand Luke, guys. No power tools today.
You like a fork?
I have one, honey. Thank you. Yeah, that's that, man. That's that. How many people I got in here? Okay, 9 people. Wow, 9 people.
This is the whoopie pie I paid for.
I figured that much out. All right, give me a few minutes to do this, and I promise you I'll give you the rest of the afternoon.
I'm not here the rest of the afternoon.
You said tonight. You're not going to be here tonight. Just let me finish this, for the love of God. It's rude. I know you're excited. Give me 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll hug and punch and do all the stuffs, okay? I promise. Starting now. Hey, President Projecto, should I show her a thing or two? Oh, it's not working anymore. There we go.
Not even a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, see, he knows better. He knows better. Pierre, what's going on, buddy? So yeah, guys, with that, honestly, I did want to just come on briefly just to say I'm back. After I spend time with her, I'll look into all the new stuff from Atari, those controllers in particular. I think I saw in an email, and I'll work on a video for you guys. But I want to thank everyone for whoever reached out, even if you didn't and you were thinking about me and I don't know. I still want to thank you. I made that post and it got a big response. It wasn't to be like poor me. I just know I'd set certain parameters, like to stream every day, Monday through Friday, and then one day I just dropped off. And I didn't want anyone to, I didn't want to leave anyone hanging. I just felt awful. I felt like I was not letting you down, but like fucking, I don't know, maybe it was a failure moment. But regardless, I just wanted to come on and fucking thank you guys, let you know I'm back home. It's going to be a little bit before things are back to norm, but just give me the time, and we'll make things do the things that have the stuffs happen. You know the drill. You fucking know the drill. I'm not ever consistent with anything, but I'm trying to make it better. And with that, I can't thank you guys enough. So I am going to take off so I can eat these meatballs. You don't want to watch my mouth eat meatballs anyway, right? And I'm going to hang out with my buddy over there. She's like one of my best friends ever. And I love her to death. And I do like yelling at her because she does get obnoxious. I won't let her get away with that. But, guys, I hope wherever in the world you are, you're doing well. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. Maybe we'll come back on later on, play some just simple Atari games. I'm just itching to be back here with, I don't know, whatever side you're looking at the fucking chat. I'm looking at it over here.